If you grew up poor, you may have spent much of your life hearing what you didn't have, the opportunities you were missing, the things you couldn't afford. Society often frames that experience as a disadvantage, something that holds you back. But what if, instead of weakness, growing up without much actually forged some of your strongest psychological muscles? What if those early struggles, the unpredictability, the scarcity, the responsibility, shaped you in ways that many people with more comfort never experience? Today we're talking about the hidden effect of growing up poor, not as a limitation, but as a source of strength. Research shows that adversity doesn't just leave scars. It often builds resilience, creativity, and a deeper understanding of yourself and others. If you grew up with less, you might not have realized how uniquely equipped you are because of it. Let's explore 4 powerful psychological strengths that often come from that experience. Number 1. You've developed a heightened sense of adaptability. Growing up with financial uncertainty means plans were often unpredictable. Maybe your family had to change priorities suddenly, or you learned early that life doesn't always go the way you expect. Psychology research indicates that exposure to manageable challenges teaches people how to adjust and bounce back from stress more effectively. This doesn't mean you enjoy chaos. It means you can handle unexpected changes that might throw others off balance. You've learned how to adapt, pivot, and find solutions when the path ahead doesn't look clear. That's a strength most people don't develop until much later in life, if at all. Number 2. You became emotionally observant. When money is tight, communication isn't always direct, it's subtle. You learn to read facial expressions, tone shifts, and unspoken tension, because often the adults around you were trying to protect you from worry. Research shows that children raised in challenging environments often develop stronger emotional perception skills because they have to pay attention to non-verbal cues to understand what's really going on. So if you find that you naturally sense when someone's upset or notice things others miss in conversations, that isn't anxiety. That's emotional intelligence forged in early years. Number 3, you learned resourcefulness and creative problem solving. When you can't buy what you want, you figure out ways to make do. You fix things instead of replacing them. You find ways to entertain yourself. You make the most of what's available. Studies in psychology show that scarcity, while stressful, often encourages creative thinking because the usual resources aren't there. This kind of problem solving doesn't go away when you become an adult. It becomes a skill. You know how to stretch a dollar, make the most of limited resources, and find opportunities where others see obstacles. That's ingenuity. Number 4, you often value relationships and loyalty deeply. When material comfort was scarce, the people who stood by you mattered more than anything else. Research on social support and well-being shows that people who experience hardship often develop stronger, more meaningful connections with others because they've seen firsthand what it feels like to be without support. You might be the one friends confide in, or the one who shows up when others are struggling, because you understand what it means to need someone. That empathy and loyalty is a quiet form of strength that can change lives. Number 5, you cultivate gratitude and perspective. Growing up without abundance teaches you to appreciate what you do have. Research suggests that people who experience scarcity early in life can develop a deeper sense of appreciation for small victories and everyday comforts, things many take for granted. You might find joy in simplicity or feel grateful for stability in ways others don't. That grounded perspective gives you emotional richness and a capacity for satisfaction that isn't dependent on external success. It's important to acknowledge that growing up poor wasn't easy, and it may have left wounds. But strength and struggle can coexist. What makes your story powerful isn't just what you lacked, it's what you learned in spite of it. Your adaptability, emotional insight, resourcefulness, loyalty, and gratitude aren't just survival skills. They are qualities that give you depth, resilience, and compassion. If you've ever felt like your past held you back, take a moment to reframe it. What you lived through didn't just challenge you, it equipped you. You are stronger than you think, and your experiences have shaped strengths that are rare, valuable, and deeply human. If this resonated with you, and you want more insights into how your past shapes your personality, subscribe and join our community. There's power in understanding yourself, and you deserve to see the strengths others overlook.